Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my glass studio. Are you guys tired of hearing that? I know Nikki is. I say that in front of all these videos. And you know what? I always like to introduce myself because maybe you're new to fusing. Maybe you're new to my channel. Maybe you're new to glass. Maybe you're new to art. Maybe you're just haven't heard of me, haven't seen me before, whatever. So I always like to just assume that we're new friends and that we are just getting to know each other. So hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my studio. So in my studio, I do glass fusing, a lot of fun stuff. But we make videos trying to be helpful and informative and inspiring. And you know what? You guys are helpful, informative, and inspiring right back. We really appreciate that. So Nikki has this terrific idea that we should do a little Q&A today. We've recently put out a video about firing guides and firing schedules and which ones to use for which projects. And it's my own personal opinion as to what I use, how I use it, when I use it, and my creative process. So we explained that in the video, and we had some questions. We also had some great comments. So we're going to go over some of those today. And then a very exciting thing to share with you. We're going to open this box of goodies. I'm not going to tell you what's in here yet because it's going to be amazing. What I can tell you is it's big, and I can tell you it's really heavy. So the rest of it, you're just going to have to wait to see. All right, so let's see if I can pull up these questions. Nikki, help me out with this. All right, so the video was what firing temp to use with Lisa, okay? And the comments, I just lost them. Where are the comments, Nikki? Okay, see, this is why we have Nikki here to help us out. Oh, where'd they go? Hold on. Yeah, she's smiling at me with that look of, Mom, you know, that look of mom that you never, as a parent, outgrow. Your child never outgrows. You know, recently I've been, I get a lot of people contacting me through my contact page on my website. You guys are just great. You know, you say the sweetest things, and they're really heartfelt. You know, I just had somebody say to me that they, sometimes just hearing me laugh was enough. That's really very sweet. I feel so grateful that, you know, I'm here with Nikki and we're, you know, sharing with you and we're making an impact and a difference and helping you out. And you guys are doing the same for us. So thank you. I'm really appreciative and grateful. All right, this one comment is from Kathy. Thank you for a very informative lesson. Greatly appreciated. Joan says, oh, thank you. Great tutorial for me. Love your style. Thanks so much for all you share and teach. Dawn. Love how you explain the firing schedules. My question is, do the rates change when putting pre-fired pieces together? Meaning, do you have to ramp up slower or hold longer in certain segments? That's an excellent question, Dawn. Thank you. So, years ago, I was making sinks, which are very big and very thick. And then I was also making the ordinary little 2-inch, 4-inch projects in my kilns. So I developed firing guides that fire slow enough when you put either of those projects in the kiln with multiple components or with multiple firings. So if you follow my firing schedules, you don't have to make changes. Let's say you're going to make something, a 12-inch plate, and you're going to put some components on top of it and fire it for a second time. The components were pre-fired, the plate was pre-fired, now you're going to put them together. You don't have to slow anything down, just follow the same full fuse firing guide, provided the project is 12 inches in size or smaller, 2 layers of glass plus accent. Now if you go super thick, of course, you're going to want to slow down. If you are, you know, really piling up a multiple number of pieces, then it'll slow. Most of the time, when you're just doing those components in that fuse piece, putting them together like on the frog, you just follow the same firing guide you did for, let's see, it was a full fuse, and then a tack fuse. You just follow that firing guide because I fire at 300 degrees an hour, which is suitable for larger projects. Now, on smaller projects, you can fire 400 degrees an hour, 500 degrees an hour, 600 degrees an hour, but I don't do that. I do the lowest speed that's appropriate for the biggest project on every firing. That way I'm not constantly changing my firing programs. And I've built consistency into my firing because of that. Because I know that if I put a sink in there today and fire it on the sink program at 300 degrees an hour, it'll be successful. Then I put something smaller in, I fire it, now that's on a small program at 300 degrees an hour, it'll be successful, but that particular project, that firing schedule, has fewer segments and less hold time. So when you're doing big, yeah, that you go slower. But if you're doing something 12 by 12 components, you can still use that same firing guide that's in my basic list there on my website under firing guides and more. Now to be clear, if you're using my firing guides for doing this multiple firing process, you don't have to change anything. So on my website, you'll find my firing guides. It looks similar to this. This is my full fuse, my contour fuse. Right here we have tack fuse, slump, fire polishing thick glass, comb, free flow, and then drape right here. So if you are doing multiple firings and you're using my firing guides, you don't have to change anything because the safety net has already been designed into the program. Now, if you're using someone else's firing guides or you're going really big, then of course you want to do more research onto what's best and appropriate for that project and for that firing guide and the material that you're using. All right, so another comment from Annette. Annette, you're awesome. Man, you comment on every video and you're always so generous with your comments. Thanks, Lisa, all capitals. Love your work. About 100 exclamation points, and that's pretty consistent with Annette for every video. So I know you're out there watching. Thank you. And we're making some of these videos for you. We're making it for all of you out there. So keep watching, keep commenting. All right, this is from Janice. I learned more in this 20-minute video than the last 2 months I've been trying to absorb what I can. I really like your teaching style. Do your schedules translate the firing schedules for microwave kiln? No, I do not use a microwave kiln. Haven't used one since they first came out, so I really can't be too helpful with you there, but I'm sure there's other people using them. So just, research that online and see what you can find out. But I personally can't really speak on that because I don't really use them. I'm too new for the home kiln and local schools don't offer as much. I sat in a class last week with an instructor who didn't ask us to clean the glass. Oh, that's, and she says, oh, or ugh, okay. This is kind of fun. Yeah, so, it's great if you take the best practices and your own ideas and your own sense of what's important with you when you're learning how to do glass fusing from other people. If they don't tell you to clean the glass, you should still clean it. As from my opinion, you should still clean it. Because then it's one less contaminant you have to worry about, potentially causing an issue with your firing. So, and it's such an easy thing to do. And I would recommend you clean the glass when it's big before you cut it up. That way you're cleaning one piece instead of 50 strips. So much easier and faster. So yeah, clean your glass. And if they don't do it, don't point it out. Just clean your own glass and be that nice, student who gets along with everybody. All right, didn't explain about the 6 mil theory. Well, not everybody knows about that. And I also have to say, if it's a beginner class, a lot of times they don't go over this stuff because beginners don't retain it. Beginners are so concerned about getting cut and so excited about working with glass and so excited about being creative in a new medium that a lot of that stuff doesn't even go in the ear. It goes past the ear and doesn't get absorbed. That's the kind of information you absorb later when you've decided you really want to get into this craft and you are starting to make your own decisions on your assembly process because they are in direct effect of what your results will be. So when you get to that more intermediate level and you have a greater knowledge and greater experience base, that's when that kind of information really comes in handy. They're probably just, I'm assuming, but maybe not true, assuming they're going to just kind of build that 6 mil into the projects for you so that your projects come out nicely, or they're going to fire at a lower temperature so everything doesn't shrink. Or maybe maybe they're sun catchers and none of that is really relevant. Depends on the circumstances, of course. All right, let me see if I can pull this back up. Oops. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, hold on now. There we go, you're back. Okay. Didn't explain about the 6 mil theory. I went rogue. Oh boy, I'm not sure my results will be great, but it showed me that I need to practice the cutting more. That's true. Everyone needs to practice cutting more, and cutting can be really, really rewarding when you get a great cut and you're really starting to get some shapes that are fun. So we could all practice more on cutting. So thank you so much for the comment, Janice. That was great. All right, Helen. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for sharing. I always learn something new with you or something clicks. My question is, if a piece such as your frog piece can then be slumped, and if there is schedule you can use for this, I'm sorry, I'm not reading this very well. If there is a schedule you use for this, would you recommend it? And thank you in advance, I believe. Okay, so yes, the slumping schedule is on my website, and it's right here.
That retain the texture of the frog?
Yes. Oh, good point. Nikki's saying the slumping, we want to make sure it retains the texture of the frog. My tack fuse temperature is hotter than the slumping temperature. So when you slump something, it's a lower temperature than tack, so you will retain all the texture. That said, if you're going to slump it, then it's not a great piece to serve food on, or use as a sink or anything, or a bowl, because it has that texture inside. Lovely to look at, lovely reflection, but it'll retain that texture. Now, if you didn't want the texture, you would full fuse it and it'd be smooth, but we're talking about taking something that's been full fused, tack fused, slumping it. You will retain the texture with my slump program, which is right here, available to you for free on my website. You go to the main page, the home page, scroll down a little bit, you'll see firing guides and more, click on that, and there's about 10, 12, 14 different documents there you can read on the website, or you can download, and you can download and you can even print them. So wonderful question, thank you very much. Did I clarify that well enough, Nikki?
Yeah, because she asked if there was a program and
Okay.
if it would work, and there is.
And there is, okay. So there you go, on the website. All right, and then Annette again, thanks, Lisa. We love to hear from you. All right, hi, Lisa. I'm new to the kiln world. Ooh, love that. Oh, this is Donna. I'm new to the kiln world, don't we? Hey, Donna, welcome, welcome. I've done stained glass for many years. Are you fusing for 30 minutes and holding for 10? That seems to be the norm. And do you do this more than once? Thank you. Okay, so the fusing process takes hours. Okay, so you're saying, are you fusing for 30 minutes and holding for 10? I'm not exactly sure I'm understanding this question, or if it's phrased with the meaning. I'm capturing the meaning of what it is, but so the firing process takes multiple hours. You start out with the glass at room temperature. You heat it. I heat it at 300 degrees an hour up to like 14. I'm going to full fuse like 1465. 300 degrees an hour to 1465 can take, let's see, 300 into 14 is about 4 or 5 hours. Then it holds there at that temperature for 10 minutes. What the hold does is it allows the glass to absorb that temperature, react to the heat, and make a change. The change we're looking for at full fuse is all the pieces are melted together, but not held at that temperature so long that it distorts, that we lose the exterior shape, that we lose the thickness. We want consistent results. So that 10 minutes gives us the results we want without overcooking something. If you go less time, you'll have a harder firing, not as soft a surface. So that those times are consistent with the results that I'm looking for. So we're firing at 300 degrees an hour for multiple hours. Then we get to our target temperature or our process temperature. Some people call it one or the other. I hold there for 10 minutes. Now, if something comes out of the kiln and I don't like it, next time I repeat that same project, I might hold longer or hold less. That's your opportunity to be the artist and decide what you would like it to look like. But for the most part, this is where I start. And then if it's something out of the ordinary, a really intricate or a new type of project, a new type of construction, new type of fabrication, I might deviate from that a little bit. But that's basically where I start. So great question. Thank you. All right, let's see if we pull that back up. Oh, gosh, I did it. Oh, no, they're still there. Okay. And that's all the comments we have for this one. So that was great. I just had somebody ask me in an email to me, or in a comment on one of the YouTube videos, I was talking about priming shelves, cleaning and priming shelves, and they asked about kiln wash and shelf primer, whether they were two different things. And they're actually the same thing. So it's just a matter of like saying, Kool-Aid or punch, they're the same thing. So it just, sometimes some manufacturers call it kiln wash, some call it shelf primer. Really they are the same thing, and they achieve the same thing. What they do is create a release between that ceramic shelf and the glass. That release prevents the glass from sticking to the shelf when it heats. If the glass sticks to the shelf when it heats, as the glass cools, the shelf and the glass cool at different rates. And as the glass pulls away and contracts, it'll break. And it may even break your kiln shelf. That's unlikely because the shelf is much heavier, more dense. But it basically creates a barrier between those two materials so that they can separate easily and you have successful, wonderful projects. So we're not necessarily, like there's different manufacturers of kilns, there's different manufacturers of grinders, there's different manufacturers for the kiln wash and shelf primer. It's basically the same thing and it serves the same purpose, just a matter of what the manufacturer is using as a description. Well, this was really fun, nice interactive video with you. If you liked it, if you think this was helpful, if you'd like us to do it again, please make it known in the comments and start sending in some questions. Best to send them in through the YouTube channel because Nikki's the one monitoring those. And then she can tell me, hey, we got a bunch of questions. We need to do another Q&A. So we'd love to do this in the future where it's fun. We're all learning. And I realize there's a lot of times we've covered these topics in previous videos, but we have a lot of videos. It's hard to go back and pinpoint just one specific answer to a specific question. And we're here for you. We're happy to help and happy to answer questions and keep you inspired out there in your studio creating wonderful art. All right, so we're going to leave that where it is, and we're going to start opening this box right here. So remember, it's big. You see how big this is? Wow. Okay, and it's heavy. Nikki, try it. Try moving it. Yeah, right? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you guys recognize this box. I do. And it's my favorite size and shape box. Because what's my my favorite material to use for glass fusing? Can anybody answer that question? All right, I hear you out there yelling it. Yeah, you guessed it. Hold on now. Oh boy. Oh, and there's peanuts. Well, that's awesome. What are we going to do with that? Okay, let's see. All right, I got an idea. We're going to take this dustpan here. And we're going to put them in this empty trash can so I can put them in a bag and use them again. Don't throw any of this packing material away. This is great. Oh, and look at this. Ooh, inside the box. Guess what's inside the box? Another box. Ooh, there's something over here. Oh, boy. Woohoo, look at this. Oh, now we all know who this came from. All right, let's open that. Look at that. Tucked right in the side there. A little surprise. Well, I don't want to ruin this bubble wrap, but I also want to open this really fast. Okay, check this out. All right, we don't want to open these little jars. We don't want them to pop open. We don't want to lose a little speck. Look at this. Fun stuff. Okay. Rainbow Dichroic from CBS. Amber. A lovely, lovely root beer color. And then a pretty yellow. Look at that spectacular yellow. So sparkly. Well, this stuff's going to have to be worked into a project real soon.
They're always fueling your addiction.
I know, right? Look, some clear. Great for foaming water, stars, snow. Red. Oh, great for fire. Lava. Flowers. Green. Great for landscape. Add a little sparkle to your landscape or to your ocean, your waves. Fun. Look at that color right there. Blue. Oh, more blue. More oceany ideas coming to mind. And then orange. Wow, this is some bright stuff here. That is some vivid color there. So we got the rainbow. Awesome. All right, we're going to put those over here, not too far away.
Mavis would love those.
What's that?
So Mavis would love those.
Oh my gosh. Who doesn't love a good rainbow? All right. I'm only doing this because these little suckers, they catch air and they fly all over the room. And then we're spending some time picking them up. So if I get some of them out of there. Oh, guess what? There's another little surprise right here. Ooh, this is so fun. Look at that. Fire sticks. Let's open that. they do such a nice job wrapping this stuff to make sure it arrives safely and intact. There we go. Oh boy, come on out of there. All right, that's not coming out too easy, so. Ooh, and we got a straight one, a zigzag one, and oh, these are fun. Okay, come on. All right, look at that. These are little zigzag pieces of dichroic. Oh gosh, come on out. This is a nice long one. I don't want to break it. Look at that. Oh, isn't that so pretty? All these different colors. Ooh, yeah, loving it. Yes, I'm already coming up with design ideas here. Okay, get back in there. You know, well, the students know I hide these from them, but they all know where they're hidden. And then, of course, if the project warrants it, I pull them out because I can't help but share them. You know, that's kind of the joy of doing art and fusing is, you know, the joy of sharing. Sharing the creativity, sharing the fun, sharing the dichroic. All right, I'm not going to force that. I'm going to put that over here. Oh, I wonder if there's anything in any of these other little sides. There is! There's more stuff over here. Wow. Oh, more fire sticks. Oh, wow. This is awesome. All right, so all of this dichroic is from CBS Coatings by Sandberg in California. And they make wonderful, wonderful dichroic. The wonderful thing about it is it's really lively, and it shows up beautifully in your artwork. Now these are thicker pieces. These are wider. Let's open that. This is all 96 if you're wondering. Look at these nice big chunky pieces. Those are fun. Now you'd have a hard time cutting those by hand, wouldn't you? And these would make great little accent pieces for different things. So looking forward to using those. All right, so there's one corner left. What do you think? Let's peek in there, see if we can find anything. So far, this is like a regular treasure chest too. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the lid on that other one. I guess I didn't because the piece was still sticking out. Oh, I'm glad that end was on there. All right, is there anything over here? There is. Look. Oh my gosh, this is the best box ever. Look at this stuff. Wow. Oh my gosh. We are going to be busy out here, Nikki. Look, we got 2 clear, rainbow 1 on black, rainbow 1 on clear, and rainbow 2 on clear. Look at that. I'm so excited about opening this box. I can't tell you. It's really heavy. I'll say really heavy. Ah! Look at this. Oh boy. Let's see, we've got dichroic pieces on clear. More on clear. Let's see if we can open some of these. I'll get a scissor here. Wait a minute. I don't know where my scissor is. Okay, well, I'll just try to open it with my hand. All right, bring these back. I'm not sure if this is in a little bag or not. Oh, let's see, they're just, oh, it is a bag. Okay, I think. This is so cool. It looks like a bunch of some textural pieces. Yes, 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 look. A bag of, oh, look at that beautiful pattern texture there. And this is something I haven't seen before, I don't think. It has little dots on it, looks like. And then some texture here. Oh, this is gonna make great, you know, dragonfly wings, butterfly wings. Maybe we'll make a fairy. I could use a fairy in my garden. And let's see, oh, I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is extract. Extract is like the material that they put on the glass to make the dichroic coating. And here it is. You can just put this on a dark glass and basically make your own dichroic. You know, make your own color combinations. Isn't that amazing? You see how, oh look, you see from the bottom how shiny that is. Ooh, that's pretty. And then let's open this one. There we go. All this is 96. They also have 90. That's the material, the COE you're working with. Oh, look at this star one here. That one's really pretty. That star one right there gives a lot of punch when you use it on projects. It really shows up nicely. It has a nice little starburst kind of look, like a little star in the sky, star in the night sky. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this is going long, but I don't care because I'm having a good time opening this here with you. All right, look, another bag of clear material. Ooh, look at that. This stuff is packed so well. This is like really, really thick plastic. So it doesn't poke through and it travels so nicely. I mean, you don't see any dust in the bottom there. This stuff, oh, it arrived really in great condition. So we got another one right here. What's this? Oh, there's paper there. Wrapper there. Okay, let's open this one. All right, so maybe in the comments on this video, other than some of your Q&As you'd like us to go over, maybe make some suggestions how we can use some of this dichroic. That would be great. We can kind of work that into some other new videos. I got some new, that one seems to be in all of them, but got this one right here. That's something I haven't seen before. That little dots there.
It's like bubble wrap.
Yeah, it's cool. And this, oh, that one with the wavy texture, I like that a lot. Let's open one of these. Ooh, what I missed. There we go. Let's look at some of these patterns we have in here. Let's see, we've got, oh, that was pretty. Kind of like bubbles, but very lacy looking. Are these, those little dots? That's fun. Oh, look at that. Wavy pattern, cool. Now, the dichroic, if it has a texture on it, you know, sometimes it's hard to tell which is the coated side. If it has a texture, in general, the texture is on the coated side. So that, look at that. That would be fun addition to something, especially if you're tack fusing, you really retain that. That one's fun. Now, if you full fuse these pieces, you'll retain this visual appearance. I can't pick this up. You'll retain the visual appearance, but you won't have the physical texture. So you look at this, you say, oh, why would I want to full fuse that? Because I'm going to lose it all. But you won't. You won't. You'll retain that. There's that little bumpy one. That one's fun. I haven't used that before. That one's like little stones. That one's a pretty naturey color. That'd be pretty in the fall, I would think. And that's coming up. Not too. Ooh, look at this green. Ooh, can you get that green? You see it? All right, here's the others. Ooh, that's fun stuff. All right, there's more. Oh my gosh, there's more. Oh, so we have a little packing list here, and it says, to Lisa from Howard CBS. It says teaching material. Is that awesome? We're going to use the heck out of this for teaching material. We're doing it right here on the video. And so let's move this stuff out of the way because we have some big pieces here, I'm thinking. Because this is usually how big pieces come. And it's still a really heavy amount of mass. Like, holy mackerel. Are you looking at this? Okay, we've got a couple of sheets in here, or parts of sheets. So dichroic glass is made in a special aerospace technology type of equipment. And the sheets are, what they do is they take 96 material or 90 material, whatever material they're going to coat. They buy it from get it from the manufacturer, then they put their own CBS beautiful dichroic coating on top of it. It's often on thin glass because it's easy to work with, but it's done in these special equipment, so the sheets are round. So it's perfect if you want to make a sink. For other stuff, you have to kind of work around that round. But oh wow, look at this. Oh, this one got a little bit of damage on that one, but that's okay. We can use all those pieces. This is splatter, and the coating is, it's double splatter. The coating is on both sides. Oops, look at that beautiful coloring there and the texture. If you can see it. Oh, wow. It has so much depth because the coating is on both sides. Now, don't cry for me because of this, because we can certainly, most definitely work around that. This is a lot of glass. This is a lot of glass. All right, let's see. Here we got another piece of splatter. Now this one arrived in beautiful condition. And can you see how the, oh, this is a Wismach. That's cool. Oh, wow, this is going to be so fun to work with. Because it's big. We don't have to worry about those little itty pieces. Oh, and some more splatter. This is also on Wismach. That's fun. This one looks like it's a different coloring than the others. They each have slightly different coloring. It also depends on whether you have the light reflecting off of it, or the light going through it, or the light at a 45-degree angle. Those are all different. Oh boy. Here we go. There's another one. Another beautiful piece. This one looks kind of, has blues and golds and greens. Also, the cool thing about Dichroic is if you put it on another color, specifically a deep color, a navy blue, a dark green, a dark purple, it makes it more vibrant. And then it brings out those colors. So if you put this on a dark purple, it'll pull out purple colors in it. Or sometimes it pulls out the opposite and you get greens and blues, and those are really spectacular. And then here we go, we got another one. This one has a little bit of a little bit of damage because these two, the two that got damaged were the ones on the bottom and the top. But overall, super excited about using these and sharing the projects with you here on the video. So, my head is turning. I'm at a high RPM right now, what can I say? Because I'm so excited about using this stuff. And come up with some projects and something that's light and airy that complements these pieces. We've got all these different textures. It'll be awesome. We've got these wonderful accent detail pieces we can use. We've got this wonderful frit in different sizes, different colors, and then the extract. That's going to be really fun. So, wow. Thanks, Howard. I really appreciate you. We appreciate you there at CBS. The awesome work you're doing making this beautiful, spectacular glass that we can work with that makes our projects just amazingly brilliant. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, following along. I love the comments, love the suggestions. If you're not already following my channel, please do, because then you'll be notified as soon as my new videos come out. And we've got a whole series of videos coming out on design theory. We've come out with one. We've got a series of others coming out in sequence so that you can learn about that. Also, become a premium video member. We'd love to have you. We have new videos coming out all the time. You get full-length project course, step-by-step video instruction. You get a printable pattern ebook, all the instruction you need, color pictures, firing guides, everything you need to complete those projects successfully. And the minute you become a member, you have access. I don't even know how many projects now, 36 projects. The minute you become a member, you have access to 36 projects along with 36 pattern ebooks. All the pictures, all the projects are pictured on the website under the membership so you can see exactly what you're getting. Wonderful stuff. Each project teaches you a different technique, a different, maybe a different way to cut glass, maybe a different way to assemble things, maybe a different way, maybe just something fun, just plain up fun. We do that too. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. And look forward to seeing you in the next video. And until next time, happy fusing.